Hi, everybody. I'm Louise from AbSafe, and I've had a great chat this morning with somebody called Edward. So I'd like to introduce Edward, who's the lead consultant for ED Consultancy Limited. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Brilliant. I'm quite anxious about that. So I want to say a big warm welcome from AbSafe, and thank you for joining me. Now, I think this is a great surprise. So that's why I've got a smile on my face. Would you be able to tell the people watching what you do and actually where you are?
All right, that's interesting. Good morning, everybody. My name is Edward, and then I serve for ED Consult in Accra, Ghana. It's a health and safety consultancy company that supports businesses shape their safe way of work and all of that. We also support businesses acquire licensing, renew them. We do trainings, we do advocacy for companies, for businesses, schools, and stuff like that. So that's what we do in Ghana.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us from over there. What do you like about your job, Edward?
I love to see people safe. I love to realize that people come to work and go back safely. That's my drive. Because where I live or where we are, we have lots of accidents, mostly road transport accidents on a daily basis, monthly, yearly basis. Most of them are not recorded.
Right.
Actions are not taken. So you would realize that the fatality rate keeps increasing. Now, the underlying reason is we want to make sure that people are safe. We want to make sure that people go to work and go back to their families safe and sound. So my drive is to make sure that I put word out there, message, encourage people, support people to achieve this goal. That's basically what drives me.
Do you think it's becoming more accepted that you should look at health and safety where you are in Ghana?
Yes, it is. It couldn't have come at any better time than now. Ghana, as a Commonwealth country, is signatory to ILO conventions, but unfortunately, we don't have the political will and drive to drive the occupational health and safety change. But now, serious businesses have started inculcating it in their culture. So it is changing gradually, but still need more support to put it where it's supposed to be. That's why we're here. So we're still trying to do advocacy to help it. A few months ago, IOSH decided to have a setup in Ghana where they're going to help drive change as well. And your humble self was appointed as chairman to lead this crusade. And I think I'm loving it. So the interesting thing is now we have workshops and seminars where people come in to learn a thing or two. And I believe that is helping change the mindsets of people towards being safe than being sorry. So that's what we're trying to do. And it's quite interesting. I'm up for it.
And I think it's really important because you're starting from the beginning, and I'm always a great believer it takes one person to change a mindset. So congratulations on driving that forward. What do you find most difficult about your job?
So some people, it's still about behaviors. You know, we can all agree to the fact that 90% of accidents are caused by human errors.
Yeah.
So there are people who have worked in industries for maybe 20, 30 years. They are used to a certain way of doing things. So as young people go in there to try to bring change, we want to motivate them to do the right things. And they seem to think they know it all.
Yeah.
That attitude of not adaptable, not being agile to change. That is the main challenge we face. It's so difficult getting people to change their behaviors, especially when there's no commitment coming from them.
That's why we do what we do at AbSafe, because we want to change behaviours at a younger age. So they start believing that they can make a risk assessment on things that they do. So when they get older and get into the workforce, they already understand that risk and they already understand risk assessments. What advice would you give to a young person that's watching this soundbite? Right.
So most importantly, every young person is supposed to believe in themselves. The world is a place that only the ability to do survives. So it's so important that we learn from our environment, we try to pick the positive qualities, work with them, because the world is not going to give you what you want unless you demand of it what we want.
Yeah.
So it's always very important that we try to have that positive mindset to get things going the way it's supposed to be, and then we'll be able to achieve whatever dream we set our minds to. The mind is so elastic, it moves, it constructs. Once you believe that this is what you want to achieve and you put in the work, the underlying fact is the work. Rome was not built in a day. You need a lot of hard work, a lot of effort to be able to achieve whatever you set out your mind to do. Look at the rich people we have in the world today. They all didn't get up rich. They started small and they pushed themselves to the limit to achieve whatever goals they've been able to achieve. So young kids, young ones, please, whatever it is that you want to do, be focused, be honest, work at it, continue working at it. You would get there someday.
That's amazing. Thank you. So I have one final question, if that's okay. If you had a magic wand, what would you do with it?
That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think if I have the opportunity to bring change, obviously I would want to tackle from the younger children. My son's school, for instance, a few weeks ago when the COVID came in, government decided that we should get back to school. I decided to volunteer for them for free to help them prepare coming back to school. And I thought it was amazing because I could see the smiles on the teachers' faces, the smiles on the parents of what's in the school and all of that. So when they go back together, they were like, oh, this was good. So I feel that that's the only thing I've done in the past during this pandemic period that I'm really proud of. And it's something I want to continue doing to help people.
That honestly, that really resonated with me. So thank you so much for that. On behalf of AbSafe, thank you so much for joining us today. You're a very inspiring young man, and I wish you honestly the best for the future. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.